Hello everybody, welcome to Bahrain, and we have a Mercedes 1-2 on the grid. This time Lewis Hamilton outperforms Valtteri-Bottas to turn around the tables on Melbourne. Can he keep that going in the race? Well, Lewis, certainly he could do with a win. In fact, on all of the races they've done in all the series so far, Lewis is yet to win a race. So, yeah, he could definitely do with the win here. Sebastian Vettel third, so turning the tables on his teammate Charles Leclerc this weekend. Max Verstappen fourth, much improved from Red Bull after a very disappointing Melbourne weekend. Charles Leclerc fifth, Pierregasly sixth. So both Red Bulls are up towards the sharp end. That's much better from them. Then a bit Noah's Ark. You got Landonorris ahead of Carlos Sainz, the two McLarens, followed by the two Renaults of Ricciardo ahead of Hülkenberg. And then the Noah's Ark discontinues as you get into the second half of the grid. Danny Kvyat, nowhere near as impressive as Melbourne, but still comfortably ahead of his teammate, 11th place in the Toro Rosso. Lance Stroll out-qualifies his teammate Sergio Perez. They are 12th and 13th. And Romain Grosjean in the Haas, he's up to 14th. That's quite decent for Haas, considering, well, they have been Kevin Magnussen 15th as well. So Haas with a decent opportunity maybe today if others ahead of them have problems. Antonio Giovinazzi 16th and Kimi Räikkönen 17th. So Alpha not looking too great. Kimi did bring home... no, he didn't. I thought I was going to say Kimi brought home a couple of points. He didn't. I must be getting muddled with the 2020 series, perhaps. So, yeah, Alpha still needs to bring home some points. And then Albon back in 18th. And then the two Williams will be quite disappointed to be that low. That's just how life is for Williams at the moment, I'm afraid. So here's Hamilton. Hamilton ready on the grid. He's got Bottas to his right-hand side. He'll be hoping that this time he will be able to win, unlike in Melbourne. And here we go. They're away, and Lewis Hamilton makes a strong start. But Vettel is keeping an eye out on what may be available for him. And there's Bottas and Vettel straight into the back of Bottas and loses his front wing. And Max Verstappen is attacking, and Gasly is through as well. So Red Bull have made a decent start, but Vettel is going to be struggling without that front wing. And, well, that's disappointing for Ferrari. And Vettel is Leclerc going to get through? Vettel, I think, is going to hold his teammate up here. Well, that won't please Ferrari. Vettel's already made a mess at the start, and now he is holding Leclerc up and denying Leclerc potentially a chance to get at those Red Bulls. Well, Hamilton is leading, and he's certainly looking pretty good, pretty confident. Bottas and the Red Bulls keeping a watching brief, but Lewis is looking this time like he's going to stamp his authority on the race. And, whoa, it's a bit slidey for Hamilton. What's happened there? Bottas now right on his tail. This could turn things around. Bottas might have a chance here. He's going to have a look. He's going to pull out and have a look at his teammate. Is Hamilton going to be able to defend? Yes, he is. So Lewis at the moment still holding on to the lead. Then there's Bottas. Then the two Red Bulls with Verstappen ahead of Gasly behind them. Not too far off. And Vettel is still delaying his teammate. Leclerc now finds a way through, but he will not be thanking his teammate for that. Sebastian Vettel should have got straight out of the way for Charles Leclerc at least, if not for the others. And, well, clearly Vettel is seeing his number one status at Ferrari vanish in front of his eyes after only a couple of races, so he is not going to be happy. But here's what it is. He's got no front wing. He can't hold on. He's got to play the team game at that point. So Hamilton, Bottas having a little look, but then tucking away again as Hamilton pulls away down the straight. It's not a tour de force for Lewis, is it? He's not pulling away by miles, but he's holding on. He's looking after the car, looking after the tyres, doing everything that's necessary to win this Grand Prix, to try to pull the championship with his teammate level, and maybe hope that Verstappen can somehow find his way past Valtteri, although you wouldn't obviously admit to hoping that your team doesn't get the 1-2. Mercedes, if they get this, it'll be the second 1-2 in 2 races, and it would show a level of dominance, even though Leclerc wasn't too far behind in Melbourne and the Red Bulls aren't too far behind here. Mercedes are controlling this season, and they're controlling it very, very well indeed. So, well, there's Leclerc still in 5th. He's chasing. Now, how much has Vettel shuffled the order? Well, Nico Hülkenberg is in 6th in the Renault, so he's done well. Lando Norris, Romain Grosjean is all the way up into 8th, and Robert Kubica showing that even in spite of his accident, he's still got a cunning racing mind, has gone all the way up into 10th place. If he holds on to that, Williams will be absolutely delighted, as they've been miles off the pace at the start of this season. Is there any chance for Robert Kubica to hold on to a point? We'll be hoping and praying for him. We really will. Hamilton continues to lead. Bottas continues to have a look, and now he's coming out. This is maybe Valtteri's last chance to have a go for the victory. He's looking like he might have a good chance this time. but Lewis is still holding on, a little bit of a gap. Will he be able to hold on? Yes, Hamilton holds on. This is surely now a first victory of 2019 for Lewis Hamilton as he aims to replicate those World Championships he's won before and take a 6. Bottas tries to have another look, but Hamilton is there. He's won the race, and that is a fantastic fight back after Melbourne, where Hamilton almost lost second to Leclerc trying to pass his teammate. So, yeah, a good result for Lewis Hamilton. Valtteri Bottas in second, then the 2 Red Bulls, and then a slightly shuffled order behind them. But thanks to Sebastian Vettel's indiscretions, well, there we go then. So Hamilton wins the race, Bottas second place, then it's Max Verstappen in third, Pierre-Gasly fourth, much better than his debut where he was completely anonymous, of course. Leclerc fifth for Ferrari, Hulkenberg sixth in the Renault, Romain Grosjean, he had a handy car underneath him, didn't he? He wasn't just sitting in 8th, he actually managed to make up ground and pass Lando Norris. So that Haas has a decent bit of pace, certainly here around Bahrain it does. Grosjean beats both McLarens, Lando Norris and Carlos Sainz in 8th and 9th. They had an impressive performance in Melbourne. They were just solid and brought home points here, couldn't really do much more. And unfortunately, Robert Kubica wasn't able to hold on to his point. Lance Stroll just pipping him to take a first point of the season for Racing Point. And let me see, Daniel Ricciardo, he dropped to 12th, so he lost out quite badly behind his former teammate. Kvyat, he lost a couple of positions where he started, but George Russell in 14th, so both Williams had quite a handy performance in the race, were able to take advantage of situations to move up. And 11th and 14th, considering the car they've got, is not bad at all. So we'll go to the Drivers' Championship. Bottas still tops it from winning his race before Hamilton, so he's on 43, but Hamilton is right with him on 43 points as well. Leclerc already a whole 18 points behind on 25. Verstappen is 4th on 19. Lando Norris 5th on 14. Danny Kvyat 6th on 12. Pierre-Gasly 7th on 12. Nico Hulkenberg 8th on 9 points, and he is currently ahead of Sebastian Vettel, who is still just sitting on 8. Carlos Sainz on 8 as well. Romain Grosjean on 6. Alex Albon 2, Lance Stroll on 1. The Constructors' Championship, Mercedes, maximum points so far from 2 races, 86. Ferrari, a hell of a long way back, 33. Red Bull just 2 points behind them. McLaren are on 22, so they're still in the ballpark with Ferrari and Red Bull, although I don't think they're quite going to have the performance throughout the season unless Red Bull's pace is inconsistent and Melbourne was a display of what could happen from time to time rather than a one-off. That remains to be seen. Toro Rosso on 14, but none of those points came here, so disappointing race for them. It's like they've swapped with the senior Red Bulls now, isn't it? Renault on 9, Haas on 6, and Racing Point on 1. So Daniel Ricciardo, a bit of a marquee signing from Renault, but he's not been able to bring them home any points yet, in spite of qualifying in the points in both races so far. So a bit of work to do there for Renault to give Daniel Ricciardo what he wants. Nico Hulkenberg, of course, is settled in that team, and he's able to maximise the opportunities that car presents so far. So, yeah, interesting to look at that dynamic at Renault. Lando Norris, he's a debutant, but he's beaten Carlos Sainz in both races so far. So Carlos has got to pick things up because he was beaten by Hulkenberg at Renault last season, and he's beaten by teammates 2 years in a row. That's not going to look great for his career prospects, I'm afraid. Well, thank you for tuning into today's race. Please like and subscribe, and we'll see you soon. Take care.